Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Ross, and this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody that's listening all over the world. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ross Cloud Podcast. Listen, we have our special guest who is back with us again. She's always been my co-host from the beginning, and I want to take the time to welcome her back. What's up, Shantha?
What's up, Chris? What is up in the 20
I
and
know.
24?
Man, I'm so glad to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to chat it up a little bit and talk a little bit so we could continue. It's always good to reconnect with those that started with you from the beginning.
Come on.
From moving
From the jump.
right?
Jump.
From going mobile to finally being stable
Yeah.
and being consistent, and then being able to work again, and then bring those back that started with you, that can say, okay,
Right.
he's serious about what he's doing. That's a beautiful thing for those that started with you to see that.
Absolutely.
I think that's cool. And
Timing is everything.
timing is everything.
It's not all about your time, my time, but it's all God's time.
All of it, every single time.
Our
And,
sabbaticals mean something. Okay.
yes, they do.
I'm
Don't
in
they?
a much better place.
Come on.
You
know what I'm
can't
saying?
be in a place and still be all over the place.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm feeling much more stable,
Yeah.
much more consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can do this.
I know, right? And I'm
People
looking
need
forward
to hear
to
what
it.
we got to say.
Yeah.
And,
I'm telling you.
think,
Uh, Yes. And then you got a chance to meet Jamal. Jamal, what's up, man?
Jamal. Nice to meet you, Jamal.
This is Shantha. Shantha, this is Jamal.
Jamal. I want y'all to know he's not just Jamal to me. He's double A Jamal. Double A.
That's right. You got to put that double A on.
Double A. When I said, oh, that's Jamal. JAMA. He said two A's.
Two A's.
I said, okay,
Okay, then.
double A Jamal. I love it.
I love it too. We're gonna work on trying to get Jamal plugged in and everything though throughout the show. But Shantha, with you coming back, there's so much that's been going on, but we also are going to introduce something great that you have going on, and we're going to implement it within the show. I won't speak on it just yet.
Okay.
We're going to surprise the folks within the show.
It's a secret for right now. It's good stuff. Though.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So it's going to be implemented within the show to kind of add a little spice, a little something nice to the show that's very appropriate. It's something that you've been working on, and I'm absolutely excited to have that implemented within the show.
The little things.
Just the little things.
Little teams make a difference.
Yeah, they do. And they do. So, a lot's been going on. I pride myself on being a person that don't really get into like everything that we see on the internet, but oh my God, it's all over the internet.
Just can't. I know. We have to be very careful what we lend our minds to.
Come on.
It will consume us.
It will consume you.
And I'm not trying to be consumed. Okay.
I'll say this. I think because as artists and people of color, that when we go into business, sometimes we go in with not a lot of knowledge. Let me say that first and foremost to kind of build to it. And I think we get to a point where we just get sick of white folks sometimes maybe taking advantage of us not knowing. And let me say this. Let me not just say white folks. Let me just say people in general.
Because the brown ones.
Because the brown ones are becoming, it's becoming more and more us that are hurting each other. And I think what we see is actually a mental piece with this too, Shantha, happening, because I think it's a form of trauma. You get so sick and tired and angry. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to blast and say whatever I need to say.
It's almost like, don't push me.
Because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying. Yeah.
It's for real. To loot, we have to be. Hey,
You know?
it's like a jungle sometimes, and it's be what the hell keep you going up. Right.
Huh.
So, and that's the way like you have to approach things. Like you
Yeah.
know where you are.
Yeah.
Like we all know what we can handle or what we
Facts.
think we can handle.
Facts.
And I just think sometimes we try to take it on anyway, and it doesn't put us in a good place. And when you're not in a good place, then others around you, you put them not in a good place.
I agree.
And, you know, as much as people don't want to acknowledge, but energy and atmosphere and all of that matters. So
Oh, yeah, it does.
sometimes, you know, it's just the place, you know, that you're in. So you guys got to be mindful of that and bringing other stuff into that space.
I agree.
You know,
I totally agree with
I
you.
think 2024 is a year of major boundaries.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like
So
that.
you set them
Mm.
and they are what they are.
Yeah. Elaborate
know?
a little bit more.
So when I say boundaries, those could be like physical boundaries, you know, where you don't go certain places, you don't take yourself and put yourself in certain places. And they could be mental boundaries where you just don't allow yourself to, you know, go there in your mind or for things to be put into your mind. You know, conversations, they have to be boundaries everywhere. And I just think that going into 2024, it is the year of boundaries, positive ones, you know, that make us better and make the people around us better, you know. You can't go over there. You can't go to cousin Nene house because you know what they get down with over there.
Yeah.
They don't go to cousin Nene house.
Yeah.
Or you know, if you know you need to be at Auntie Jeanette house because she gonna, you know, ask you some questions and
Yeah.
pray for you and make sure you and the children and everything is all right, then you might need to be going to visit Auntie Jeanette.
I totally agree
You
with you.
know.
I totally agree with you. It's all about having a little common sense with that thing, you know.
Please just think. Think. I just want people to think.
Yes.
Take a moment.
Yes.
Practice the pause.
I like that. You used that before.
Yeah. Because
Practice
if we
the
don't pause,
yeah,
we do things and we say things, and later on you're like, if I just would have waited a few more minutes, or if I just would have thought about that before I said
before
that,
I actually said it.
you know, the pause, like,
You know, I was having that conversation with a family member not too long ago, as it pertains to being an artist and the timing of when it's time to say something and when you don't say something. And I guess for me, I used to be a loose cannon, and so I'm gonna bring it from that.
Used to be, you know.
So I try
not as loose,
okay.
You know, y'all gotta remember, me and Chris go way back.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. So let me say this: I'm more tactful with that cannon. Okay,
more pauseful.
Well, yeah, more pauseful. Yeah,
we're more pauseful with our looseness.
Yes, sir. I try to think about, I try to think about it before I actually unleash it, and then where I'm at the moment, I feel like behind closed doors, I think you have an opportunity to really say how you feel and let it loose. Now, for those that just say the hell with it, I'm gonna go ahead and release this thing in front of people. That's fine. But I don't know. I think behind closed doors you get the results you want, and then if you don't get the results that you want, then you move on. Now that could be, I don't know. That's to be debated. But I think it's perspective. I do. I think it's all about perspective, Shantha. But go ahead.
So, I like that word perspective.
Yeah.
Right. And, in this line of talk, we're talking about the pause.
Yeah.
And we're talking about not being so loose. And you said, which provoked this thought.
Sure.
Knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it. That's what you said?
Yeah, pretty much.
But can I pose this? What if we just learn not to say anything?
Okay.
Like seriously, like that's what I'm really like thinking like, what if there just is nothing to say? Like there doesn't have to be anything to say, not all the time.
Not all the time. I got you.
Right.
I got
So
you.
can it be that we just don't have anything to say?
Yeah, I guess
or
so.
it's just not, whether you say it or not,
Yeah.
does it really matter?
Yeah.
So what really matters, and what matters, like, really?
Yeah.
Like all these conversations we talk about, we're gonna have, right?
Yeah.
Like I was texting you, like, yo,
Absolutely.
we gonna talk about this.
We're gonna talk
Like,
about
we gonna
this.
talk about
Gonna
this.
talk about that.
And then you think about it, like,
I know, right?
maybe
not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because we actually had that conversation.
Yeah, because like, what is, if there's a point in talking about it and we can come to some reasoning or that it matters, then let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
But if it doesn't, we can find a lot of other things that matter.
I agree.
So that's
I totally agree.
personal, personal things, family things, like, hey, hello there. I'm Shantha Caldwell, and I'm here with your sticky note. Sticky notes are thought-provoking. Sticky notes help you during your day. Sticky notes help you think. Here's your sticky note for today. 6 plus 3 equals 9, and so does 5 plus 4. The way you do things isn't always the only way to do them. Respect other people's way of thinking. Stick it up. I'm Shantha Caldwell, and this is your sticky note. I have learned that no response is a response.
Oh, you're saying a lot without a no response, too. I'll be honest with you, are. Yeah, sometimes not saying anything says, I ain't paying you no attention.
It says a lot.
Do your thing. Because sometimes a response can be deemed to be guilty, a guilty conscience. Because some people say, what's that saying that I've heard, a hit dog a holler.
Well,
I've heard that too.
Well,
so to your point, I get exactly what you're saying. Sometimes things don't even deserve your energy.
Like for what?
Yeah, there's no need to even talk about it.
There's a lot of for whats. I've come since the last time we've been in this place.
Yeah,
I've really had to say like for what?
Yeah, there's no point responding.
For what?
Yeah.
Like it is. It's almost like it is what it is, and for what go in the same bucket.
That's a good point.
Or I'm gonna say for why? For why? For why we do this? For why we gotta?
Do we have to do it?
Yeah. For why?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, that's another way.
That is another way. Jamal, if you would, can you chime in? Let me see if your microphone is working. Oh, no. You got something going on over there. Hold on.
Hold on, check 1, 2.
There we go.
Check 1, 2.
Okay, go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk.
Yo, can you hear me?
We can hear you, man. Go ahead. You want to chime in on that?
Well, like you said, sometimes it's just best to leave well enough alone.
Come on, old man.
No, it sounds like a good.
Sometimes you just
got to leave up alone.
Leave well enough alone.
I like that. That was right up in that 75-ish.
Yeah, what?
I got a little oil on the side.
Got a little. Yeah, we have to pull them out though.
Yeah,
because they still work.
Yeah, they do still work.
Yeah,
they still work.
That goes right along with if you don't have nothing nice to say,
don't say nothing at all.
Don't say nothing at all.
Right. Just keep your distance and keep it moving.
That has kept me a mini day.
Yeah, me too.
What you think about this?
Yeah. Especially when you know yourself.
Think about it, so I think nothing.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a great way. That's actually protecting your peace, your sanity, protecting other folks too from you. Because the boundaries. That's right.
Protecting the boundaries.
Yes, sir. You draw that line in the sand and say, all right now, this ain't what you want, right?
Yeah. Once you, and we talked about this like
we did.
A eensy weensy bit.
We did. Go ahead.
But once you choose to participate, you participate.
Oh, yes, sir.
In some way. Voluntarily or involuntarily.
That's facts.
Yeah. So choose right.
Yeah. I totally agree with you on that. I'll say this. I don't like to see us fussing and arguing with each other.
Yeah.
publicly. That's one thing I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that, and then we can move on from that. But for me, the biggest thing for me is, having disagreements. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give a shout out to St. Peter's, because I remember when I went there many years ago. I went and I stayed there for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm saying that is I remember when Bishop had a service. Y'all had a service over there. It might have been, I won't even try to say the date, okay?
Right.
But
In the past 5
in
years.
the past 5 years,
Okay.
let's say that. And I remember,
it's still the greatest church on earth.
I ain't mad at you. Guess what? I ain't mad at you. It is
still the greatest church on earth,
Oh yeah,
You
oh
know.
yeah. Bishop Hash is a great leader, man. He's a man, just full of wisdom, man. I remember
Yes, he
when
is.
he said, in all seriousness, and again, I don't talk to Bishop Hash. I'm just giving him kudos. Not that he needs it, because
Mhm.
God has validated that man and the church and the
Absolutely.
establishment. So he don't need me to say this for him. I want to make
Mhm.
sure I say that though.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I do want to give a shout out though, because I remember one time he said, "Listen, if you got an art with somebody, you
Mhm.
might have been there, Shantha. I don't know.
Probably. I've been.
It's been there long. It's been there 5 years. I think it's 5 years ago. I want to say
I
maybe
came
more.
right before COVID, so I would say
Okay.
2017
Okay,
ish.
I don't know. I can't
Got to.
remember, but I just remember he was talking about having an art with somebody, and it was kind of funny. He had a comedic value to it, because he was like, I didn't even know so many people had art with me.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know
Right.
so many people was angry with me. But he actually had a service where, if it's somebody in here that you got an art with,
Yeah.
let's do it right now.
Let's do it.
It was huge. That was
Let's do it.
huge, man.
Yeah.
That's huge, man.
Because one thing that I will say I
Yeah.
have learned is you cannot live the life that you are supposed to be living
Yeah.
with God, in God, with that unforgiveness.
Yeah,
right?
man.
So in that same, and I don't know if this is the same message.
It
but
is. I think it
speaks to
is.
me when he's talking about that, to where, because we're supposed to take no offense,
None.
then how do you know? Like,
you don't know.
that
Right.
has, if the not having aught spoke to you,
Mhm.
then
It did.
it just coincides with another message that I hear when he was talking about take no offense.
Yeah.
Like, even if the people are trying to offend you,
Correct.
or are offending you,
Offended
just choose to take no offense.
Okay.
And
I'll be praying for you.
Hey.
And keep it moving. And I
Hey.
do feel like, if you do have an art with somebody, that case in point is just put them on a, especially if the intentions are pure, then it should be easy for you to say, well, man, you offended me on that day. And then you in return can just be like, oh, I did?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I do? Tell me what I did. And I think that eases, if we all could be intelligently mature, those things could happen in our world today.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, Shantha.
Because, like, I think people are shocked when, like, people say something, or like they think they misspoke, or they kind of said something they know they didn't say, and they're like, and you know what messes them up though, when you're like, I'm not offended.
I'm not offended at all.
I wasn't offended at all. And they're like, you wasn't? Like,
no,
I would have. No, I'm not offended at
all. Let them do their thing. Yeah. So I think this is a great conversation, a great way to, kind of just squash a lot of what we see happening, on the internet, is like, just figure it out.
So to your point,
sure,
that I'm thinking when we're talking about oughts and people being offended.
Yes.
So people like us,
sure.
Like, if I came here this morning and I came in the door, and if you said something that offended me, right? Us, mature, having relationship, that was offensive.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Other than people never saying it.
Yeah.
And then years go by, and then it festers, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah. So now the people don't forgot about what they did, and Now you want to talk about it. And they're like,
Right.
what
What?
are you talking about?
Oh, that's a great point.
You
It's
know,
like,
they don't even remember.
you've been around me for how long?
So the one thing is we have to be honest
Yeah.
and we have to be truthful and say, in this moment, I was offended because you said this or
Yes.
you did this
Yes.
or you didn't do
Do
this.
this. Right.
A lot of times I find myself being more
like that.
offended, right? Because you didn't do something
Didn't do something.
rather than what you did.
I like
So
that.
unless I say, hey, this offended me, whatever, you can use offended, bothered, disrespected,
Yeah.
whatever,
Mhm.
me in this way because you didn't do this or you didn't say this.
Correct.
So, you know, it is what it is. So now
It
that
is what it
person can
is.
either say, oh, you know, let me fix that.
Yeah.
You know, I won't do that again, or I'll make sure
Mhm.
next time I do this or I say it this way. But if you don't tell them, they're going to probably do it again.
Absolutely.
And then you're going to be offended again.
Yes.
And you're going to be mad again.
Just
and
nip it in the bud right then and
Come on.
there. And you know
That's
what?
the problem.
I love that though, because you would think it would be easier when you do have relationships with people, like know people and been around people. You would think that's easy to do. But I find that it's difficult for some people that have an art that they're afraid to say what they need to say.
Depend on the relationship. Because
Yeah.
again, if we don't know people, right, and
That's
they don't
true.
know us, why are you offended? Like,
That's true too.
like why are people being offended
that's
by
a
people?
great point. That's a great point, especially when you don't even know them.
To me, it don't make sense. They don't
No,
know you.
it do make sense.
You don't know them, but you're offended by
Yeah.
them. But please,
Why?
they don't even.
Right.
They have no space to.
Mm-mm.
They should not have any space for you to be offended.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know them.
You don't
and
know
they don't
them,
know you.
and they don't know
So
you.
it doesn't even matter.
And they ain't making your coffee in the morning either. You know?
Better than that. Can I get any deposits
Well, that's right. That's right.
to the bank?
Yes, sir. Ain't doing none of that.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Unless you got something to do with these checks or these coins. Listen,
Man, go ahead on.
if it ain't making money, it ain't making sense.
That's right. That's
In
right.
2024.
In 2024, ain't no need of being offended by
Yeah,
nothing
like,
nobody
really?
do or say.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't be shocked, really.
Nothing
Nothing
at
should
this
shock
point
us at
should
this point.
surprise anybody.
Shanta,
Because it's
nothing.
going down
It's
in
going
every
down.
area of life.
It really is.
Like,
I don't even know why we were shocked. This is the
Why
this
are you
is the time
surprised?
that we're living in too. The times that we're living in.
listen,
It's what people do.
listen, listen. People doing what they do
They show up. They
every
show
day.
up. Every single day, Shanta. Good
Better
God
be
Almighty.
watching.
Better be watching.
What
You know?
OJ say? The OJs, what they do? They smile in your face. The bad stops.
All right now. Go on, 1970.
Mm.
1970.
I can see that.
You can see it.
Away back to the mic. Yeah. Yeah.
I
People
love
are
it.
doing what they do.
Mhm.
You really have to be focused.
You have to be focused.
You know?
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
And I'm again, Shanta, I thank you so much for this is just like an introduction
Mhm.
to the beginning of so many different conversations. We're gonna get
Mhm.
into some other conversations too now.
I like conversation.
I do too. It's so
Can you
much.
tell?
Yeah,
You
I
like
can
to
tell.
talk.
I love to talk.
I love to talk too. So we gonna be
We gonna
talking
be
on
talking. Yes, sir.
I love to talk.
Yes, sir. We're gonna be having some
know.
great conversations. I think this is great, and I'm so glad to have you back again, Shanta.
Mhm.
We know that we had talked about it. I think the last time we talked,
Mhm.
but at any rate, it's been a while.
Whatever
man.
you want to talk about, Chris.
We ain't gotta talk about nothing. We ain't gotta talk about that. That's between we talk. That's the
Can
point
we
I'm making.
talk?
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
When you build relationships with
Mhm.
people, then you have those conversations and you're able to say, hey, look, Ross, I cannot, man, I can't
Yeah.
give this to you right now.
Yeah.
We can't do this right now. So I think this was a great conversation. We're going into 2024 with a new dream, new vision,
Mhm.
and a new way of doing something different.
Yeah,
And
it's different. I
it is
mean,
different. Yeah.
you're in a whole nother space, a
Yeah.
whole nother place. I love it. You know, I told you each round goes higher and higher.
That's right.
So
That's right.
higher,
Higher.
we going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2024, more.
Yes, sir.
You know.
And I haven't had a chance to watch what you did over at St. Peter's,
Oh,
and I'm gonna watch it. I ain't gonna even talk about it, okay? But when I get ready to watch it, I'm gonna laugh,
my
okay?
Kiki Shepherd moment.
Your Kiki Shepherd
Oh
moment.
man, it was the classic. Like you know
Oh
me.
Lord Jesus!
Like,
And I'm gonna say this. I know it was hilarious.
listen,
Only Shantha can
when
do
I
it.
tell you, straight comedy, like live. It's a
I
difference
love
when
it.
like you're recording
Recording
and you're
and
like,
you're live.
okay,
Uh-huh.
take two.
Boy, I
But
wish I could have been a fly on a wall.
Listen,
That's all I'm gonna say.
it was live. It was real. It was authentic. We made it through.
Yes, we
If you
did.
caught it, you caught it. If you
Yes,
didn't,
sir. Oh
But
man.
yeah, roll that back.
Yeah, roll it back.
It was,
You know what?
yeah.
I may,
Roll that back.
if it won't offend anybody, I may do a clip on it.
Oh, hey.
We may do a clip.
It
You get it over to
It
Jamal.
is what it is.
And you get a nice clip, and we'll just show one of the reasons why Shantha is here and a part of the show, because her
Well.
personality speaks for itself. She's always been this way since school, so
Yeah.
she's been authentically who she is, and those that know her, we absolutely love her for it. That's just who she is.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for you guys to see more of her personality on this show. I'm definitely going to pull it out and have her do some other things.
All right
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna have some
All
fun
right now.
in
Yes. We're gonna have a lot
2024.
of fun.
Yeah,
It's all about having fun. I'm
It
all
really
about
is.
having a good people that know me is
Yes.
like, listen, if we're not having a good time,
yeah.
don't invite me.
Don't invite you.
We can have fun and we can laugh.
I know, right?
Giggle box, turn it on.
Come on, turn it on.
At the same time though, we
Yeah.
do want to speak into people's lives.
Absolutely, Shantha.
And we wanted to,
Mhm.
that I wanted to be, as real
Mhm.
as I know how to be.
Mhm.
I only know what I know,
Mhm. Mhm.
but what I don't know, we can find out.
Oh yeah, we'll work that out. We'll work through it.
And we just be who we are.
That's right. That's right.
And let it be, let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it
Yes.
flow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this has been just a great segue into an introduction to what's to come for the Ross Cloud podcast, and to integrate along with what Shantha will be introducing. You'll see it within this show. And we're super excited about it. We actually are elated about it. We can't wait for you guys to see it. So
Caring is sharing.
yeah, I
Sharing
love
is
it.
caring.
Yes,
I'm just sharing,
That's all.
when you
Mhm.
talk about, my personality and
yeah,
how I move and how I roll, it's just
yeah.
just part of me.
That's
I'm
right.
just sharing. I think
Mhm.
if it helps one person,
Yeah, that's
that's
right.
good enough for me.
That's right.
That moment that people say, you know what? I needed to hear that today.
Yeah,
Or like, thank you for that.
That's
like,
right.
I have those moments with people,
yeah,
and I've had them with the most, strangest situations,
sure.
or just people that you thought like maybe you wouldn't receive from, or that like wouldn't say that to you,
Sure.
or
Yeah,
and so you have to share those moments.
that's right.
I believe that nothing is just for you.
Mm-mm.
It's always for somebody else.
That's right.
The right time, the right place. So if you
Mhm.
just drop it,
That's
just
right.
drop it, just do
drop
your
it.
thing,
Do your thing.
and
Mhm.
then it'll get watered a little bit and it'll
Yeah.
grow.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So we're just gonna be dropping a few things,
Mhm. Yes, we are.
plant those seeds.
Yes.
You just wait for them to come back.
And they will.
Oh, they 2024.
2024. They
They're
coming
coming
back.
back.
They coming back, Sean. They are
Yes.
absolutely coming back.
Look, we came back.
We did. We did.
I can't believe it was that long, but
It did seem like a good little while.
it seemed like,
Was it a year? Was it a year?
I believe it was more than a year,
Think
because you
so.
got to think it was kind of like COVID. So
Yeah.
like 2021, 2 maybe.
Guess it was.
It had to be 2021 or going into 2022.
Mhm.
It's 2024.
Yeah, it is 2024. I think you're absolutely right.
Time waits on no one.
No one. Time waits
So,
on no one.
Use it wisely.
Use it wisely. That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
And that's right. You hadn't met Jamal. You
No.
hadn't met Jamal.
Double A.
Yeah, double A.
Come on,
Hey,
double
that's
A.
what it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Has anyone ever said that to you?
No, they haven't.
See,
You're,
look
you're the
at that.
first.
Came right out with that. That was straight off the dome.
Straight off the
I
dome.
said, okay,
Yes,
double A.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love it. I
Double A.
absolutely love it. And listen, Shantha, if you would, I'll let you take the time, let some folks tell them how they can follow you, get in contact with you, because we know you're a makeup
Okay.
artist.
Well,
too, so,
you know, you did say
so
the
go
artist.
ahead. The artist,
you
that's
know.
right. So I want you to go ahead and plug it before we close out on this
Yes,
show.
I am Shantha Caldwell, but I am an artist, right? And I believe in all the gifts and talents that, you know, God gives us, that we decide what we're going to do with them, right?
Yeah.
So in my life, I chose the beauty industry, and I've been in the beauty industry, oh man, really all my life,
Yeah.
but professionally at least 25 years. And I am Shantha the artist when I am not here,
Yeah.
artistically taking care of people.
That's
you
right,
know,
that's right.
So from the, as my grandma say, from the rooter to the tutor,
On a root to
right? From head to toe.
Yeah.
Literally, that is who I am. So
Trendy.
Shantha the artist is my platform. That is my platform on Facebook. That is my platform on Instagram. I'm not a Twitter girl.
Okay,
You might
now
have to show me how to tweet.
You know what? I'm not either.
I don't know
I'm not
nothing
in
about
the,
tweeting.
I'm not in the,
But I mean, you know, I've heard, you know,
yeah, and I
that
think
people
it's
are on it,
changed
but
now. It's changed.
yeah, I'm not a Twitter girl.
Yeah,
So if I ever had a Twitter, I can't even tell you what that is.
Yeah.
But I'm good with the Instagram, the Facebook. If you ever need an artist, if you know someone that needs education or help, or just want to look pretty, I am the artist for you.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
I love it.
I'm coming back. I believe I'm gonna have some time to really. I had to step back a little bit, being in the field that I was in the spa area, but
That's
I'm
okay,
making
though.
a shift.
Yeah. It's all about shifting.
I love the spa,
Yeah.
but you know, all good things you have to shift.
Yeah,
right?
you do.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be.
Going to be doing some other things I love to do.
That's
which
right.
We'll get to talk about later.
Yes, we will.
But in the
Yes, we will.
meantime, hey, you got some toe problems, some fingernail problems, some hair problems,
Yes, get them toes
some
in
skin
here.
problems.
Bunion.
Yeah, get them bunions.
Yes,
get them
all
bunions
of
done.
that. Them ingrowns, toenails,
Yeah.
all that. I got you. I got you.
There it is. Shantha, thank you so much for kind of introducing to the folks. They should be familiar with you, but you know, some of my new audience, some of the new audience that I picked up along the way, it's a great way for them to get to know you, and because they're gonna start seeing you even more. They see you even more.
What you see is what you get.
Yes. So listen, I'm Chris Ross.
I'm Shantha Caldwell.
And this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. Make it a great day and keep being great. Peace.